I would like to make a bargain.
Hi, I'm Greyshot151, and
I would like to make a bargain.
Here today,
I would like to make a bargain.
here today, we are.
I would.
Here today.
I
Yeah,
would like to make a bargain, sir.
Here today, we are doing Doctor Strange, the most meme-tastic Marvel movie in a while.
God, the memes in this I cannot
are
wait
good.
for.
Any case, if you don't want any spoilers, we'll just say this. It's not the best Marvel movie, but oh my god, is it good.
Yes.
It's visually fantastic, great character performances,
Yep.
and an overall good plot, with, I would say, a solid villain. Villain. But, we're going to be diving into spoilers now, so...
Again, recommendation, go see it. IMAX is preferable.
Heck yes, the visual effects alone
It is one of the most...
visually stunning films.
Yeah, visually stunning films in the past few
especially
years.
one. There's a few sequences that definitely shine.
This is not Inception, in case you're wondering. This
No.
is...
It's colorful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's like basically if a visual effects team went on LSD and then actually got something productive done while they were on the LSD.
Yeah.
But any case, the actual movie. So Doctor Strange, if you don't know, is basically a doctor.
A sorcerer.
Yes. Basically a high grade doctor.
Yep.
And, basically imagine like the best surgery guy in the basically.
I think he was he was a brain surgeon.
Brain surgeon, yeah. He basically he has very delicate hands. Like his hands are very precise.
Yeah.
And basically, in essence of him being arrogant, he kind of loses his hands.
Yep.
He's basically becomes very weak. You know, he loses basically what he cherishes most, which is the ability to practice medicine.
That being said, and then he eventually goes on a path of trying to heal his hands with medical science.
But
does
in a
not
sense,
work.
finds a path of redemption, of losing his ego. It's not Tony Stark.
Yeah.
It's definitely not Tony Stark's of redemption through the correction of his past sins. This is more of a redemption through him correction of his ego.
Yes.
The glory that he sought trying to get his old life. Because you cannot, the movie almost sense you can get the past, but is that what you truly desire? Is what you lost what you actually did want? Or is it something maybe?
So, speaking with this, the cast.
Yes.
All around great. No bad actors in this film.
Yeah,
no stuck out performances. Nothing along those lines. Benedict Cumberbatch, fantastic as Doctor
Benedict
Strange.
Cumbersnatch.
I want to see him in
Also,
more movies.
if you ever want to hear a Harrison Ford impression, dear God, I swear to God,
you mentioned this after the movie, which, by the way, we saw it in an IMAX theater in a museum,
which was good.
Great, except for the fact that
shitty popcorn.
Also, okay.
What the fuck did she just grab?
She
just grabbed something right here and took off.
I don't know. Anyway, my cat.
Also, that's why we're a little bit delirious, because we just got back in the.
Oh, look, Tally's back. Anyway, the thing is, very expensive popcorn, but he's great. He's great at being an asshole that you care about, and until it goes through. And
the
he's
best moment,
self-destructive.
the moment that really got me was the watch.
Yes.
The watch scene. There's a watch scene in particular that really struck a chord, and I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
It was very emotional. It was very good, but also the other characters, Mordo.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
He's a very
This
good
is
playoff.
a person, one of the, I guess, again, one of the people at the location that they're learning all this mystical arts. He's one of the more higher ranked guys. Not a master, but a higher ranked person.
Yes. Yes. He's still a sorcerer.
Yeah.
There's also the ancient one, which is basically a Celtic.
An older Celtic woman, which is different from the comics. Before you say anything.
Yes. She's essentially.
I think he was supposed to be Tibetan monk, but to be fair, she gives an amazing performance, and I cannot.
I think they explain it with she was Celtic, and that she.
Other than a Celtic woman that's been around.
Well, it makes sense because they shouldn't have freaking put. Basically, how this whole idea works is they defend the world from the mystic arts, which is what they defend it from otherworldly threats.
Yes.
And Dormammu, Dormammu.
Yes, his evil presence.
Evil presence basically exists and wants Earth.
There's
there's a shield around the planet made of 3 places, which is Hong Kong, London, and New York. Which if this thing was done hundreds of years ago, I could buy it. If this was done thousands of years ago, as I think they implied it, because they were saying ancient Sanskrit and stuff, which would have been circa 1,000 years ago.
Wait.
London would have been.
Wait. Actually, I can solve that question. He said he takes planets, and he said that Earth was most desirable. We know again in the film there's an Infinity Stone.
Yes,
That's Doctor Strange's medallion of sorts. My question is, does he want Earth because of that? I mean, we know. Again, that would explain why he wants it. Meaning, how long has that Infinity Stone been there?
Oh my god, could you imagine Dormammu and Thanos fighting? Like, in otherworldly god, and Thanos is like, no,
oh my god,
boom, and just destroys him like instantaneously.
Yeah,
he has like the gauntlet like semi-powered, and he just like walks up and he fights and just rips him apart.
That's what you want.
That
a
would be
Thanos
awesome.
Movie. Just a Thanos movie. Of him.
If you want to establish how bad Thanos is, just have him walk through the villain. Like, you don't want to see him fight the heroes and murder them.
Yeah.
For the villains. It'll be beautiful. Any case.
We
getting back on topic.
Yes.
They basically established like 3 areas which they act as like a shield to protect the planet. That way it can't be impacted by Dormammu. Which
Mikkelsen's character.
Also, actually, I just realized since she's Celtic, that might be how they originally got her. It was in. They made these 3 places again.
Celtic and London would make sense
places
because that's
film. Let's be honest.
Celtic and London would make sense because that's Celtic origins. That would be one location spread out to British colonies, which is New York and Hong Kong. Those are all British colonies of one time or another.
Wow, I never thought of it from that angle, but touche. Any case,
that would explain everything. That's how she's been around for centuries. Expanded once again, grew, and is able to
establish these fields. Yeah,
more fields for more protection. Because as long as there was one field, they were fine.
Yep.
3 was just like the added blocks, and I'm like, okay, that's cool.
In any case, guy's name, the evil guy,
Mads Mikkelsen.
No, his actual character. It's a Delius.
Yeah, it's a weird name. I will say this, but that being said,
something like that.
It's a weird name to say.
But basically, his idea is.
But once again, Mads Mikkelsen proves that he is a fantastic actor when it comes to villains.
Basically, his whole shtick is, and very much justified. He wants to basically eliminate time, which many of you probably out there are asking. That sounds really bad. Time is kind of important, and
kind of.
And in his note, time. He wants to basically take the Earth and put it in Dormammu's possession, not to kill everyone, but to save everyone.
No one die.
Yeah, exactly. No one will die if time doesn't move on. You don't age.
And you think like, oh, this is some bullshit reason,
but that's his honest reason.
But yeah, when he's in his weakened state, he's crying, pleading to saying, "This is what I'm doing. I'm the good guy. I am the good guy. I am saving everyone."
Maybe they shouldn't have opened it up with. There's a moment. There's a little gruesome. Maybe he was proving a point, but you don't go from that to pleading. It seemed like a little off.
Yeah.
But I will make note that he definitely had a little bit of. Again, he still had the pride aspect to him, like the arrogance.
Side note: this movie is a little darker than Marvel film.
Yes. Yeah.
But that's again mystic arts, and it was actually a little bit of a horror in some instances, which I found even fun. Which they used to comedic effect as well, but.
Yes, though again, he does an admirable job and he's threatening. Like
he's probably one of the better Marvel villains, honestly.
Yeah, because nothing can stop him. Like he
has a sole purpose. He's going for that purpose, and he has a reason behind that purpose. And it's like you nail all these 3 things with a villain. You make sure he's a strong actor. Mikkelsen is so. Bravo.
Yeah. Excellent. The only thing I will say, again, with this plot is it moves at a good pace. The love interest seems a little short-shafted. Pardon my French, but her screen time seems a little short.
I don't think like they said that they were. It seemed like they were lovers, but for a period. But then they became friends, good friends.
That's true. She just seemed like She seemed like an important part they should have referenced with the with the watch thing.
I love the fact that they kept popping up, and it's like she's like,
what the fuck
what's going on now?
Yeah. She's like, why are you back? And then it's like, oh god.
Yeah.
But otherwise, there's a lot of deception. There's a few good twists, which I enjoyed.
Yeah.
And overall, again, I wouldn't say this is one of my favorite Marvel movies. It's not. Captain America, Civil War,
Yeah,
Iron
that's the
Man.
thing about this film.
There's a
It
lot of
hit
good.
my expectation. Captain America blew my expectations out of the water. That doesn't denounce this film or
Not
anything
at
along
all.
those lines. Because when you look at every other superhero film, except for Deadpool, they've all been okay to
Trash.
terrible.
Batman v Superman, bad.
Suicide Squad.
Bad.
Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Some good moments, but
Man, this movie knows what it is and it does it well. It's like the and it's like I said, it doesn't do anything out of the box, but it doesn't need to. It does everything well enough that it's kind of like when a TV show, it's kind of like when you're watching your favorite TV show and they have an episode that's so good that you have to tell all your friends, but then the next episode is good, but it's not as good as that last one.
it's like Breaking
still a
Bad.
great show.
Everyone talks about the third to last episode,
But nobody talks about.
Osmosis. But you could take an episode from that almost episode from and a lot of episodes from that series and be like, "This is great." This is what it feels like with Doctor Strange. It's a great episode.
Marvel
not their best,
isn't
but
missing.
certainly not even close.
Marvel
to
didn't misstep with this. It's just they didn't take any. They didn't do anything exceptional with it either, which isn't a bad thing. It's still
except for the visuals. Holy God!
yeah, the visuals are great.
Holy God!
The visuals are fantastic. There's a moment when the Ancient One opens his mind up, like basically pulls like the parlor trick, and basically she pulls it and then she pulls it and then literally because I think she got.
I like how he comes back to her. It's like no, he's fine. Back into the pit you go.
Basically, it was like, oh, you want to be arrogant to me, motherfucker? You have no idea what the hell I can do. Bye, bing, and then he goes flying through dimensions, and then comes back, and then it's so good.
Like,
also, can we also make note of the other good addition to this, which is should I have more screen time? The cape.
Oh yeah,
the cape is
was great.
sentient. It's kind of like the magic rug in Aladdin.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great. It's the rug from Aladdin.
Basically, except in cape form.
And it probably is one of the best moments in the film.
Let me just say this, Blue Leader. I found your scene. Holy God. But yeah, it's.
And you know what's great? It's like it's a tense moment. Like again, but with that, it makes it both insanely tense and funny. And Marvel is one of the, except for like the Nice Guys or something along those lines, which is like they can do that, where it's like there's someone being murdered, but you see the people flying out the window, and they just hit the elevator button, just go down, and you just see a guy fall, and they're just like,
okay, then yeah. This is what
it's
we're
intense,
doing.
but it's hilarious.
Yeah, this movie does a lot of good things. And I would, if you're a Marvel fan, this is not a bad movie by any means. Go see it.
Yeah,
you'll
very
enjoy
good
yourself.
movie, yeah.
By the way, there's 2 end credit sequences. The first one leads to a good
Thor
joke.
Ragnarok.
Also, the next one leads to probably
Doctor Strange 2.
Yeah, which I liked.
By the way, again, in case you're wondering, so now we're really this is like true spoiler. So the thing I was doing, but in the beginning, that's a pun at the end of the movie. That was great. That's one of my favorite moments of the year. I would like to. Make
it's going to be a meme. It's going to be a meme.
Yeah, and then the second thing I want to bring up that I again really enjoyed was the fact that they secretly had a villain that they built up so that way next time you actually care about him, and that's Mordor. AKA, if you ever watch the Spider-Man series, it's the guy with the gray hoodie that is actually talking to Dormammu the entire time. Remember the green guy that was like the anti? That's him.
Oh my God! I think that was probably like the blown mind.
Because I'm like, wait, Mort?
Yeah.
Mort? Wait, I know that name. Yeah, like again, growing up, it's like I didn't watch Doctor Strange. Yeah, but I would say the show's okay, but it did a decent job like pulling together all the different characters.
Yeah,
not bad in terms of being like, okay, at least I know who that is. And he was like a decent villain.
It really doesn't give It doesn't really give Doctor Strange too many allies though, compared to most people. Really, at the end of the movie, he's got a guy that he compared to Beyonce. That's really it.
Yeah.
Which again, this movie does pack some serious laughs. It really is good.
But it can't be dark, and it has a nice balance.
Yeah.
And it's smart about how it does things. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I loved. Again, I adored the fact that this guy, and he does something like villain worthy at the end, and I'm just like, oh, you dick. Oh my God, I want to see what happens and how it builds up. it makes sense why he wants to do this. It's not like Matt Mikkelsen, okay, you build him up, you see him, that's fine. He could honestly be one of the best villains in Marvel if they do it correctly.
Yeah, true. It could also be. The other note is like
because again, his world was shattered. Like for example, again, his master told everyone not to do this, and secretly she was using something she shouldn't have. And it's just like, how can
performance enhancing drugs?
Yep.
This is why you don't use them, kids.
Yep.
You get evil mystical powers and live forever.
But I love that. I love that. Like he's like, I'll help, but it's just like, I can't. Like again, my philosophy is like that's
different.
Yeah, and I love that. It's like different ideologies
can create such bitter conflicts.
Yeah, and it's such small deviations that made all these conflicts, and this movie brings out so well. Now, I will say there are some small plot holes. For example, Doctor Strange gets stabbed,
gets stitches, and then is running around like in a second. It's like,
and then
that would have torn.
And then another time, like they show something that you could get information one way instead of doing it the intro way, which was walk in, strap a guy down, and cut his head off. That's a little bit more flashy if you want to make sure all your disciples are alive. But overall, yeah, this film is great. Go see it.
Yeah, go see it. Highly recommend it. So catch us next time,
where we're probably going to do Arrival or probably something along those lines.
Arrival sounds good.
But I will say, in case you're wondering, Greyshot. Where's the green screen? I removed it because of the fact that I had issues with lighting and stuff like that, so I removed it because it looked a little bad. But what I'm going to be doing is actually different. I'll still have a green screen for when I do live streams. But behind me, and again, I'll be repeating this for an update. Behind me, I'm going to be adding all sorts of pictures and other things, posters, stuff like that. Kind of customized it a lot more, and that way I have an awesome background behind me. And then just a drop-down green screen I can pull down.
Quotations in the audio.
I think that would be pretty cool.
Quotations would be awesome part.
Anyway, this has been Greyshot 117.
And a half-asleep Greyshot 151.
And we'll see you next time.
See you.
Speak.
That's all, folks.